Hello and welcome to the Thryv video learning series. Today we'll look at how to request a deposit on an estimate. From the dashboard, we'll start by creating a new estimate by selecting our quick actions and choosing a new estimate from the menu. Here we can select our client we want to send an estimate to, either from our recently active clients, or we can search by name, email, or tag, or lastly add in a new job or a new client. I'm going to select one of my recently active clients. Once you've selected your client, we can build out our estimate to include any items or details that we need. To add additional items to this estimate, we'll click on Please Select an Item, and we can choose one of our services or products that have been previously added, or we can add in a custom item. Now that I've selected creating a custom item, I can type in the name. Next, we can add in our price. I'm going to make this a $5,000 item. And then we can save this on the bottom right. We can now see there's an option to request a deposit. Here we can request a deposit and include either a percentage amount or a dollar amount. I'm going to choose to collect 13.6%, which is $680. If I wanted to include only the whole dollar amount, I can click on Round Up the Amount to eliminate any change and roll up to the nearest dollar amount. When I've got my deposit the way I want it, I can click Done on the bottom right to save those changes. I can now see the updated total amount with the deposit percentage and deposit owed on the bottom right. We can now continue by building out the estimate and including any documents, terms, notes, or signature if it's required, and clicking on Send to send this to the client. Next, on the estimate details screen, we can see that this estimate has been sent to the client and there's been a deposit requested of $680. The client will now have the opportunity on their end to approve this estimate and also make the deposit on the checkout payment screen. From the internal view, I can also, as a business owner, approve and take payment if I need to do this on behalf of the client. Clicking on Approve and Take Payment will ask me to first hereby approve the estimate on behalf of the client, including its terms and conditions. If I check the checkbox, I can now take the payment. I can now select whether I want to charge a client's debit or credit card, or record a payment if it was cash or check or some other means of payment. Clicking on Charge Credit or Debit Card allows me to enter in the details for the credit or debit card and also choose to save this card on file if I have consent from the client. This will allow me to charge the remainder of the amount once the job has been completed, and I can then send a receipt to that client. From the client's perspective, the client will receive an email and or text message that will show them that they've received a new estimate from your business. Clicking on View Estimate will take them out to the client portal. Here your client is able to view the details of the estimate as well as any terms and conditions. At the top of the screen, they can click to approve and pay the deposit or to reject it. Clicking on Approve and Pay Deposit will lead them to the estimate approval and the signature if that's turned on in your settings. The client will then be prompted to make their signature and then click Next on the bottom to continue. Next, the client's going to be prompted to proceed to payment, and clicking on this button will lead them to the payment screen where they can enter in their payment details. Once they've submitted their payment, they're going to receive a confirmation and be able to view the receipt or view the additional information there in the client portal. Once the client has approved and made the deposit, you're going to see that updated on the estimate where you can see that the status now shows approved and the amount of the deposit paid. If you have additional questions or would like more help, navigate to the Support Center on the bottom left. Here you will find walkthrough guides, video tutorials, and helpful articles in the Knowledge Center. You can also click on Contact Us. We are available 24/7 through live chat, or you can call the support number. You can also schedule an appointment with one of our Thryv service specialists.